What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So I finally found the best motorcycle hearing protection, the Alpine MotoSafe earplugs. Stick around and I'll tell you why. As long as I've been riding, me and my buddies keep talking about motorcycle protection gear, and the thing is, we hardly or ever really talk about hearing protection. I don't really need to tell you why protecting your hearing is important, but you know what, I will. And if you ride a motorcycle, you're exposed to extremely loud noises, and the three main suspects are the engine noise, the exhaust, especially if you fitted an aftermarket can, or even removed the baffle, and the wind noise. Now the first two you can actually control, and by choosing the engine and choosing the exhaust, so you can, and choosing not to remove the baffle. But you know what, those are really not the ones that cause a lot of pain. The worst one is the wind noise, and that is something you can't really do anything about. Even if you have a large windscreen on your motorcycle, which in my case I don't, while riding a naked bike, but even that, it won't stop you from hearing the wind buffeting. Now, being exposed to loud noises is not really the problem. The biggest problem is the length of time you're exposed to those noises. And the wearing earplugs will protect your hearing and will prevent tinnitus. Tinnitus is the name for hearing noises that do not come from an outside source. And they could be from ringing, buzzing, hissing, humming, and you know, a variety of things. And they could be really disruptive to your day-to-day. If you suspect you have tinnitus, don't be alarmed. It's a common symptom and it usually tends to fade away. If it doesn't, if it gets worse, please contact your GP. I'm going to put a link to the tinnitus page from the NHS website in the description below if you want to find more information about it or seek help. Now, going back to earplugs. Now, there's a huge variety of earplugs in the market, so the choice is great. They fall under 4 categories: the foam, silicone, moldable, and the custom earplugs. These Alpine MotoSafe ones, they don't really fall under any of these categories, and the reason for that is, although they feel like silicone to the touch, they are made out of Alpine thermal shape material, which contains no silicones. The earplugs won't sweat, itch or irritate, which is something extremely important when you're riding for long periods of time. Now, Alpine MotoSafe earplugs come in 2 or 3 options. I guess 2 options really, which is the race one, which is here, and the tour one. And obviously they do a special edition for the MotoGP one, which is the one I've got. There's nothing particularly special about it. It comes with a lanyard, and then they do another version which is a combination of these two, a pack of 2 pairs of earplugs, one touring, one race, and it comes with a cleaning product and a nice little pouch to keep them safe. I'm gonna show you what comes in this one, which is quite similar to the other 2. Now this one is the one that I've bought. It cost me $16.99. I still have the tag here, and what it comes inside is, like I mentioned, a lanyard. It's a MotoGP lanyard. It comes with a really cute little pouch, and let's see if we can focus. So this is really small, as you can see in my hand, and obviously comes with the instruction manual. And this is pretty good because it tells you a little bit about the protection that you actually get. So what's the sound noise reduction, both for the race and touring options, and it tells you a little bit about how to fit them, which is quite straightforward, but nevertheless how to wash with soap, or if you have a cleaning product. solution. Now the reason why I went for the race ones rather than the touring ones is just because these ones offer better protection. On a naked bike you're going to hear a lot of noise, so I wanted to make sure it would protect me nicely. Now inside it comes with obviously 2 earplugs, or a pair of them. Now it would be nice if I had at least one more extra just in case I lose it, but I guess they give you the pouch to keep them safe. I haven't lost them yet. I've been using them for a couple months now, and yeah, they've been great. This is the earplug. No, there you go. Is it really nicely made, and everything is really soft to the touch. There's no hard bits on it at all, at least not that I can feel. And it comes with a little tool, and this is the one. Let's see if focus. Okay, focus now. There you go, sorry for the close-up. But yeah, so this tool, what it allows you to do is just you fit it in like that, so you can get a nice fit when you put the earplugs in. So it's a nice little tool, so you don't get your dirty fingers too close to your ears or inside your ears. And to take them out, they're quite easy. They have this little tip. Again, I don't know if we'll focus yet. That allows you to pull really easily. Now these are extremely nice and comfortable, and I can attest to that because a couple of months ago I went to Birmingham, as you probably know if you follow the channel, and I was like riding for about 2 hours on the motorway, which is probably the worst place for wind buffeting effect, right? You get a lot of wind, and usually I hate it. I hate motorways because they're boring, and I hate motorways because it's so loud, and you know, going at 70 miles an hour on a naked bike, you can imagine, even with the best helmet you can get, you're still going to hear a lot of noise. So these ones were great because they were comfortable, so I could have them in my ear for that long period of time. I could actually listen to music, and usually when I'm going that fast on the motorway, I can't hear anything. I'll put my music to the maximum and I can't hear anything. So on this one, what allowed me to do is not only I couldn't hear the wind noise, I could hear the music, and that was great, because if you have an intercom, and if you're touring and you have talking to someone on another bike, so that would work really nicely. But that's pretty much it in terms of what comes in the box, and as you can see, you can keep it nice and safe. So this is a really good option. So now that you've seen what's in the box, and I told you a little bit about my personal experience with the Alpine MotoSafe earplugs, let's compare them to all the other categories in the market. Now let's take a look at the table here. Now what I've created is obviously an average of what's in the market, and I went through different areas in terms of the sound noise reduction, the wind block, speech audible, comfort, hypoallergenic, washable, the amount of usage that you get out of them, and the costs obviously. I've tried to highlight where everyone comes up on top in each section. So if you're looking at sound noise reduction, the foam ones are by far the best ones. And if you don't know what a foam earplug is these guys. Now these guys are, let me show you, will it not? Yes. So these guys are really nice and pretty comfortable for the majority of people. To me, they come out of my ear as I'm riding, but you squash them, you put it in your ear and hold it for a while, and as they expand, they create a nice tight fit, so it really blocks a lot of noise, but it blocks pretty much everything. Forget hearing your friends when you're riding, but yeah, these are pretty good for sound reduction. They reduce like 37 decibels, which is really high, and you can see it actually. The lowest one here are the MotoSafe, but there is a reason why. You know, when we talk about noise reductions, are we talking about all the noise, or are we talking about, you know, the two different categories, which is, you know, the wind block and speech audible. Now, like I mentioned, the foam ones, they block everything, so you can't really hear any audible, anyone speaking, because it kind of blocks. It's very muffled, and the only ones that actually you can hear properly through them, you can stop the wind noise but hear people talking or listen to music, is the silicone ones, because they, the custom and the MotoSafe. And the reason for that is they all have a filter. In terms of comfort, like I just mentioned to you, the foam ones, although they feel nice when you put them on, while you're riding and you're moving your head, and they start, well, for me at least, they start coming out of one of my ears, and it becomes really irritating because it's not easy to find a place to stop, especially on the motorway, and then deal with it, and it starts annoying you and you start paying more attention to that than the road ahead. And so for that reason, you know, I gave it 3 stars. And I guess the silicone, I had silicone ones before. They because they had the hard filter inside, they hurt my ear a little bit. The silicone moldable, I have here my ones, and these guys, you know, they really comfortable. They kind of spongy feel, like I guess silicone feel, and you know, they are pretty good. They fit quite easily, and you can make it as big or as small as you want, to be honest. So I have these guys, and you know, they don't really fall out, and they really block the noise, and they're super comfortable. Custom ones are super comfortable. Now, I don't know this by personal experience, but I have friends who have it, so they spend the money and they're really happy with them. But the MotoSafe, I have to say, they're super comfortable. Out of the ones that I've tried, and I've tried all 4 of these, yeah, it is the most comfortable one. As I mentioned to you, they're super soft. There's no hard bits inside it. Hypoallergenic. Why should you care about this? Well, you don't want to put anything that can cause an allergy or irritation in your ears, especially because it's a sensitive part of your body. So if you can avoid it, I would, and I would just advise you to go to ones that are hypoallergenic. Now, the silicone ones are, and the MotoSafe are. Now, the custom ones, I could not find any information on their website or any of their websites mentioning hypoallergenic. They're all washable, which is a good thing, except the foam ones, and it's quite obvious why not. It goes into account in terms of the usage that you get. Now, the foam ones, you should reuse it once. So if you use it once, you shouldn't reuse it. I have wore them more than once, to be honest with you, and I think most people do. But yeah, think about it. As long as you have somewhere clean to store it, then I guess it wouldn't be a problem. Silicones and the custom and the MotoSafe are the ones you can wear the most, so over 100 times. And the reason for that is because you can wash them nicely, and the material won't degrade. When it comes to cost, now the cheapest ones are obviously the foam ones, 36p each pair of earplugs. The silicone ones are about £20, and this is from, obviously I know they go up in price, and some of them are extremely expensive for what they are and the comfort they provide you. Now, the silicone moldable, again, I saw from £8, and those are the ones I got. These guys, Lugard, and these were recommended to me by a friend, and yeah, they are great, and they're really cheap. The custom ones, now the ones that cost £90 are the ones without the filter, and if you don't have a filter, you probably won't be hearing the speech very well. So if you want with the filter, you probably end up paying about 20 to 40 pounds more. It really depends on the brand you're going with, but they kind of similar in price. MotoSafe, now my ones cost £17, as I mentioned, and they are extremely good price for what they are. I was really surprised when I bought them. I bought them in a shop, bike shop actually, in Stevenage. Great place to buy gear, and really friendly people. I was surprised with £17. I thought it was a bargain, and when I tried, I was really blown away. Yeah, they're really good, and so they were £17. Now you can pay less if you buy online or if you buy the touring ones. My one is the MotoGP, which just comes with a lanyard, to be honest. I paid a bit more, but I didn't know that then. And the £27 version is the one that I mentioned before, which is a pair of touring earplugs and a pair of race earplugs, all in a nice little pouch with a cleaning solution. So that's pretty much it, guys. This is the comparison, and if you can see, the one that hits or has everything positive about it is the MotoSafe. If you have the money, probably the custom ones would be the best option, but you can see the difference in price. I don't think they're particularly worth it unless you do a lot of riding. If you do a lot of touring, if you're always on a bike, and you care to have the best, then possibly the custom ones. But for me, I'm going to stick with the Alpine MotoSafe earplugs. Now guys, as you can see, we don't really need a comparison table to know why I think the Alpine MotoSafe earplugs are the best ones. They are super comfortable. They reduce the noise, especially the wind noise. They let you hear the speech and music, and so they work great if you use intercoms. And the best thing about it, they start at £14. You can't go wrong, right? So if you're looking for earplugs and if you don't wear them, think about getting them. Now, I'm not sponsored at all, and I bought this with my own money, and I'm extremely happy. And because I'm so happy, I'm doing the video to give a little bit of a review and suggest for you guys who haven't spent your money, spend it wisely and get one of these. So that's it for me today, guys. I hope you liked this video. I know it's a new setup. It's so cold in the garage, and if I don't need to do any work on the bike, I'm going to be using the little office I have here. Anyway, thank you so much for your time. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. See ya!